Terica Ellis, who is 36 years old, was born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. She attended and presumably graduated from Whitehaven High School in Memphis. She is a mother and has held several jobs over the years, but settled on the one that seemed to be more lucrative as a so-called exotic dancer at clubs like the distinguished Pure Passion and more recently Bottoms Up. Her profession has taken her several places where she enjoys time with her friends, on vacation if you will, and per the reports provided by the detective on the case, she was familiar with the Montgomery family as she referred to Tim and Andre as the Norman boys when asked if she knew them. Ellis also allegedly has prior misdemeanor convictions. One was for a drug offense and the other was for indecent exposure, where she decided to dance nude at the Pure Passion Topless Club, which was a topless-only establishment. She moved to St. Louis in April of 2010 and lived in between St. Louis and Memphis. So how did she know the Montgomery family? Sweetie Pie's, located in St. Louis on Florissant Avenue, is only 20 minutes from the Bottoms Up strip club, where she worked. Then, if you recall, in 2014, there were plans to open another Sweetie Pie's location on Beale Street in Memphis, but the deal fell through, where the attorney of the chain said the owner of the building filed a restraining order. Also, that the contractors that were renovating the restaurant claimed that they weren't getting paid, and the building's owner also claimed that the lease was breached. Shortly after, equipment was removed from the property and the location never opened. In that same year, October to be exact, Tim tried to get the initial $250,000 policy on Andre, who was 18 at the time, naming himself as the sole beneficiary through American Insurance Company. 2 weeks later, Hips went back again, trying to get another policy on Andre in the amount of $200,000. The policy's payments were paid directly from Tim's checking account. A year later, Tim went back in March of 2015 and attempted to obtain a replacement policy on Andre in the amount of $249,999, but the application was denied. The applications for all these policies contained numerous false statements regarding Montgomery's income, his occupation, and the family history. So fast forward to a year later on March 10th, 2016, Tim receives an email from Terica saying she's on her way in town. Then on March 13th of 2016, Tim flies back from Los Angeles to St. Louis, arriving at 12:12 a.m. Also on the 13th, Terica posts on her Instagram account that she was in St. Louis and planned to return to Memphis the next day. On March 14th, 2016, at approximately 8:02 p.m., Andre was killed. At 8:03 p.m., she called Tim and not the police. She then drives back to Memphis, and that they thought was the end of the story. However, a forensic examination was conducted on Andre's phone, and he spoke to two people 10 minutes prior to him being assassinated: his friend KT and Miss Terica. You see, I reviewed the report from the agent, and he stated that Tim, Terica, and others conspired to, quote, effect the murder of Andre. Now, I don't know if that's a reference to the insurance agent or the actual shooter, but we will have to wait and see. Also, if you're curious, Terica's father was asked about the case, and as expected, he didn't have a lot to say. So, what would possess this woman to participate in this so-called plot to murder another person? She's a mother, and she had no thought that Andre was someone's child. You see, she knew Andre, and she lured him to his death for $9,000, which is what is reported she received from Tim. Some of you have asked how Charles, Andre's cousin and Tim's last remaining nephew, is doing, and he seems to be okay, but his eyes say to me that he's sad, which is expected because they were very close. Also, Tim's cousin, Monique, is doing well, and it's good to see that the family has remained supportive of each other in these times. Now, as for Terica Ellis, what she's accused of doing and admitted to participating in is inexcusable. She clearly thought that she would get away with it. She was selfish and greedy, and to think that she ruined her life, complicated her child's childhood after being a stripper, which I would think is enough. She did this all because of the promise of only $10,000. You see, the OJs and the Bible did warn us about the love of money. You see, Terica Ellis didn't listen, and she may be put to death for loving money more than her own child. You see, these are just my thoughts. Discuss below in the comment section your opinion on Terica and this case. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. Also, stay tuned for more, and I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.